And welcome to the Addicts, a fantasy football podcast. We are addicted to all things fantasy football. It is Tuesday, December 9th. And boys, there's nothing like trying to make your push into the playoffs and you're relying on Sully and Mike Wazowski for that push. There's nothing like it. I'm loving it.
It's awesome, man. It's great.
My wife made me turn on the Monsters, Inc. version to start the game off just for fun. And yeah, it was entertaining to watch for about 5 minutes. Five minutes. I was like, oh, this is cool and different. It'd be fun for kids.
Yeah,
but yeah, after like 5 minutes, I was like,
But then you have a child that's going to start crying because Mike Wazowski got put into CTE, has a concussion. It has to be stretchered off. But I bet you what they do for injuries, they put the sock on them. I wonder if they put the sock on.
We got a 23-19. We got a 23-19.
It'd be easy for Mike to get concussed. His whole body's ahead.
Mike can honestly play the ball. Yeah. He could just be the ball.
Oh, yeah. He could hold it and then Herbert could throw him.
That'd be awesome. We should write a letter to them for next year and tell them put Mike.
This game has been on crack though.
Yeah,
I think there's 6 turnovers. Jalen Hurts threw an interception and then on the same play got the ball back and fumbled.
Seemingly fumbled.
Yeah. I don't know how that's really possible, but it happened.
He made it
happen. Impressive. I've never seen it happen before. He's making history.
I would say I have not been watching this game that much because I know I've already lost in the playoffs. So me and my wife have been watching Is It Cake? Christmas edition.
That show gives me a headache.
It's so good. But I get a text from everybody who's like freaking out about the fumble interception duo.
Wow.
I have to go rewatch the play.
Both teams are like trying to give the game to the other one, and neither one of them want it.
It's so bad, it's entertaining.
Yeah.
Those are the best games.
You just look up.
It always feels like an Eagles game, though.
You look up and somebody else is throwing a new interception.
Amarian looks good, though, right out of the gate.
He does look really good.
His time is being split pretty evenly with Vidal, but both of them look really good.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for him next year. He does look really good. He looks healthy, which was the concern. Is I didn't know how he'd be coming off that injury, and he looks fine. He looks like they would rested him the amount of time he needed.
Yeah. What could have been, though, man? The first 2 weeks when he finally got the role after Najee got hurt, it was back-to-back 25-plus fantasy point games, and then the injury.
Perfect situation.
What could have been? But here we are. We're back. Amarian's back. All right, Haven, you've got our quick question of the day. Hit us with it.
Quick question of the day. I'm feeling the holiday spirit, and this past weekend, on Saturday, I watched a ton of Christmas movies. We even had an argument about one, but too much detail into that one. I just want to know, fellas, what is y'all's favorite Christmas movie?
Dalton's the movie guy. I'll let you start, Dalton.
Yeah, that's tough. Picking a good movie for me is like picking your favorite child, which luckily I only have one child, so that's not a hard decision. But when it comes to movies, it is really tough because I'm a fan of multiple genres, and me and Haven have had long conversations about different movie genres.
Dalton is the movie guy.
Yeah.
He can quote any movie, and he could have sawn it 15 years ago.
And they all are on DVD.
Yep.
I got a bunch of DVDs, man. They're not even cool anymore. We're still rolling with the DVDs.
Give it 10 years, it'll be cool again. People will have the vintage DVD players, how the vinyls came back.
They'll be worth like quadruple their value, like $45 for Shrek 2 on DVD.
Shrek 2 is goated. That's the best Shrek.
It is. It really is.
But as far as Christmas movies, I've said for the longest time that my favorite has always been Christmas Vacation. I love more of the funny Christmas movies. I totally get the people that love It's a Wonderful Life and all the kind of more sentimental, lighthearted Christmas movies. I'm more of a comedy guy, so I usually lean towards Christmas Vacation. But if you catch me at the right time, I might say 4 Christmases.
That's mine. That's mine.
Because I love that movie also.
I don't really like rewatching movies. If I've seen a movie 10 times, like I'm not going to be excited when it comes on. So right now, 4 Christmases is my favorite movie because I've only seen it like twice. So when we put it on yesterday to watch it, I was so excited.
It's funny every time.
It's so funny, man.
Every time. The different dynamics from the families, it makes it so funny because you're laughing because you feel like you know these people. Everyone kind of has these different family members. And so you're laughing almost at yourself, but they keep going to different parts of their family and they're all so drastically different, but so hilarious in their own way.
Well, mine is the most controversial. Of course it's me, though. It's Die Hard. The greatest Christmas movie of all time.
I need to hear y'all's debate real quick. Haven, give your reasons why it's a Christmas movie, and then I want to hear Dalton's rebuttal.
So on Christmas Day, it is a Christmas party. It it has Christmas themes throughout. They use Christmas jokes throughout. He literally saves the day.
He saves Christmas.
He saves Christmas with Christmas wrapping paper. Spoiler alert.
If you haven't seen it by now, then it doesn't matter.
What are you doing? Yeah.
Yeah, what are you
It
doing?
is an action Christmas movie, which is okay. There's all types of different Christmas movies. Krampus is a scary Christmas movie. There is the drunk Santa Claus or whatever that one is with Billy Bob Thornton. That one.
Oh,
Bad
Bad
Santa?
Santa.
Bad Santa.
Bad Santa's a
That's-
comedy. It's a comedy.
It's a crude comedy. There are different types of Christmas movies. Last year there was one that came, or 2 years that came out with like The Rock, and it was
yeah,
like
Red
Note,
One. Red One.
Red One. That's an action Christmas movie.
Big
Die Hard is
big difference between
is
that
an-
and Die Hard, and you know it. There's a huge difference. Red One, Santa Claus, literal Santa Claus gets kidnapped, and they have to go rescue him. In Die Hard, it's pretty much a cop is having to save a bunch of people in a hotel.
Nope.
Well,
Their
okay,
business building.
oh, so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's a
Nakatomi Tower.
multiple high-rise business building, not a hotel. I'm so sorry. A cop has to save a bunch of people in a large-scale, multi-story business building during Christmas time. That's Die Hard.
What if it's all a big metaphor, Dalton? Has anybody ever
Every
thought of that?
every movie is a metaphor.
What if it's a big metaphor
Look.
and the business is the North Pole? What's
And
the main
his-
character's name?
His wife.
Mason, if
his
you want to
wife-
help his case, you're only proving me more right that he needs help proving that it's a for sure absolute
The wife
Christmas
is
movie.
Mrs. Claus. He's saving Mrs. Claus.
They just can't think deeply like we do, Haven.
The
Every-
problem
it's a
is
Christmas
Every
people who say it's
well-written
not.
movie is a metaphor. All the good
The whole
well-written movies have metaphors.
argument has always been, well, it's an action movie and all this crap. Well,
No, it can be a Christmas movie and have
you
action.
can say, people say you can literally change the holiday from Christmas to Thanksgiving to
Mhm.
4th of July,
Mhm.
and
Movie
it's no
doesn't
longer a
change.
Christmas movie.
Movie doesn't change. You could change it to literally
Same-
any other
then-
holiday during if it happened at 4th of July, if it happened during Halloween, if it happened during any other day of the year, the movie itself would not change. The movie would not change. The lines
same-
might hit differently, but it would not change what happens in the movie, the plot of the movie. It wouldn't even change how you feel about the movie because you're still watching an action movie. You're not getting this overwhelming, like Christmassy, feel good time of season, year type thing. And there are other action Christmas movies. Santa Claus 2 has action in it. Remember when all the elves fight the
Yes.
henchmen? There's action in that movie. It's still a Christmas movie because it's about Santa Claus and the stuff and the things that happen in the movie and the plot and the story and the writing and the characters. Everything about it is Christmas. And you can't take the Christmas out of it because you take the story away. There's so many movies like that where if you take the Christmas out of it, the story literally changes. They have to rewrite the story. They have to rewrite the plot. They have to rewrite the
So-
characters. They have to rewrite
Yeah.
why the characters are doing what they're doing. You have to rewrite.
Bring it up, Haven.
He's going to bring up Home Alone.
So-
He's going to
Yep,
bring up
bring
Home
it up.
Alone.
Home Alone.
Yep.
And
Bring it
I
up.
can tell
Home
you
Alone.
the
It's the
difference.
best argument.
The difference in
It's
Home
Home-
Alone versus Die Hard is that Home Alone, his family leaves, they go on vacation. Could they just
can
go on any other
anytime.
vacation?
Yep.
Yes. The whole point of the movie is that he thought he wanted something for Christmas. And what he really wants is his family back. That is one of the key parts in the final ending of the story.
He could want it could be his birthday.
and his character
And his
development.
family was supposed to go on vacation for his birthday to a different city. They go, and at the end of the movie, he goes, all I wanted for my birthday was my family back home.
Dalton's getting red, visibly angry.
Home Alone, if you had to make a scale of like the Christmas movies, the ones that are official and then the ones that are not, at the end of the scale, the ones that are like borderline that we have these conversations about. Die Hard is obviously one of them because it's very polarizing and people talk about it, whether it is or isn't. Home Alone, you can make more of a case of is it not versus is it a definite Christmas movie? And I'm not going to say it definitely is. There are people that say that it's their favorite Christmas movie, and I'm like,
Oh, it's a Christmas movie.
I'm like, is it the best one though? Because
I like to poke the bear.
better
I like to
Christmas
poke the bear. I don't agree Die Hard's a Christmas movie. It's not.
You have for years. You watched it with me and literally
I like
said,
poking the bear.
I'm
and
telling you
literally
right now,
said
it was a
controversy.
Christmas
the
movie.
people that say it's a Christmas movie, overwhelmingly, the reason they're saying it is to troll. They're trying to troll.
That's why I do it.
The joy they feel in making people angry is why they are claiming it's a Christmas movie. That if that didn't happen, if you weren't making people angry, you wouldn't argue this nearly as hard. You would just enjoy the movie. You wouldn't care.
It's one of my favorite Christmas traditions.
To argue with people about whether it's a Christmas movie?
Yep.
See, that's exactly the problem.
But
if you took an official Christmas movie, like an official Christmas movie, one that is no doubt a Christmas movie, and then you went up to people and were like, that's not a Christmas movie, and you just broke it down just to piss people off. If you broke it down to piss people off, you would be doing essentially the same thing. You're just pissing people off. You're trolling to create this situation and circumstance to make people mad and get joy out of it.
Well, let's put up a poll. We'll put up a poll and that'll decide it.
No,
once and for all.
A random poll full of a bunch of random people does not decide it.
It's consensus.
It does not decide it.
We'll let the people decide.
I was in this last weekend.
You would have to get a bunch of unbiased people who have never seen the movie to watch it, and then once they walk out of the movie, say, "Hey, in your opinion, was that a Christmas movie?"
I did that with Goon.
No, you can't do that on a random poll.
I've done it with Mason.
You also can't do that on a random person.
I did it on a random person. I did it on a redhead named Mason. And literally, he
completely
went.
Random. I haven't known Haven for years.
I don't know you.
And it was a Christmas movie. The reason why it is a Christmas movie more than anything is it's something that brings people together during the Christmas holiday spirit and just makes everyone happy, remember the good times, remembers Alan, remember Bruce. It's just has so many good quotes. I mean, it's just
you could show that movie to all of our wives at the same time, and none of them would agree with you that movie makes them happy, brings them together, or makes them feel more in the Christmas spirit.
Bailey loves this movie.
That's your wife. I'm saying all of the wives. I'm saying
She's
all of the
for you,
wives.
Haven.
She is perfect for you. Y'all are meant to be together, and
Yes.
I'm happy you found your person and y'all's Christmas movie of choice.
Yes, great one. Great movie.
That's great.
It's a great Christmas.
All right, boys.
The best Christmas movie.
Best part about Christmas is it's what you want it to be. Everyone's Christmas is different.
Yep.
Yes, and I love watching action. I love rage baiting, and I love just the feel when that movie's over. I'm just like, this was so good.
You're never gonna affect my Christmas. If you want to enjoy your Christmas,
no one said it's not a great movie.
Support that. Yeah, it's a great movie.
But when you're gonna watch, when do you watch it?
I'd watch it any time of year. I'd watch it any
fair.
time of year.
No, you don't. No one watches this movie in March.
And will watch it any time of
That's
year.
the same thing like Star Wars
we
and
can't
Harry
start
Potter.
this again. We got to move on.
You did this.
Star Wars and Harry Potter.
don't come back now and say, "Oh no."
Star Wars
we gotta move
and Harry
on.
Potter. When do y'all watch those movies? When do y'all watch Star Wars
the most
and Harry
polarizing
all
conversation.
the time.
No.
Yes.
You watch
I don't
them
watch those at
during
Christmas specifically.
during the fall / winter, and you watch Star Wars in May.
You should be watching them in May, but you also should watch them anytime because they're fantastic movies. The good ones that should have been made.
Correct. Not 7 through 9.
Let's get into ball. Finally,
we lost half our viewers.
We're 15 minutes in. We've argued about Die Hard.
This is ball. This is life.
The playoffs are here, boys.
Already.
Let's get into some guys that we like heading into the playoffs. Guys that we are thinking flex guys or RB2s, wide receiver 2s that we're confident that are going to be good in the playoffs, whether it's their schedule or situation. We're confident that they're going to be good for the next 3 weeks. Haven, why don't you start us off? Give us a guy that you are confident with the next 3 weeks.
This guy, I added him pretty late to the list, so I want to talk about him first because he's fresher on my mind. Jacoby Myers. He has, since the team has acquired him, they're 4-1. And a big reason for that is when he's on the field. He's had 22 catches and 84 yards. He's had 3 touchdowns. He has led their team in targets, even with Brian Thompson on the field. He is becoming Trevor's #1 guy so fast because he is Trevor Lawrence.
I was looking. Sorry if that was loud. I was looking up what his trade was. I was trying to remember.
They gave it
was a 4th and 6th round pick.
Yeah, he is a guy that I was really excited for. I've always liked Jacoby Myers. I thought he was good on the Raiders. And the last 4 weeks, he's been wide receiver 22, 20, 11, 18. That is when he has integrated completely into the lineup now. You have the Jets and Denver. Jets, I would start them. I think for sure. Denver I probably wouldn't, just because they have a really good defense. But then week 17 against the Colts, who already lost Sauce Gardner, who just lost their quarterback and their other quarterback and their other quarterback.
And they hate Anthony Richardson.
So they're going to not have the ball as much, which means the Jaguars, they have a really good defense. They're going to get the ball more. Trevor's going to throw it more. That's a really good recipe for Jacoby for your championship week. He's going to be really solid. I think he's going to do really good against the Jets. 2 to 3 weeks, I will be playing him, and I think he's going to do really, really well for your team.
Yeah, I love that. Since he got moved to the Jaguars, he's been their number one wide receiver. It hasn't mattered that Brian Thomas is back. He's been so good. I think we can be confident in him, starting him in our flex for the next 3 weeks.
Agreed.
My guy I wanted to bring up was Chase Brown. We've talked about him a lot. He was a second-round pick in almost every league, and he struggled to start off the year. And over the past, really 3 months, he's been so good. And he's got some really good matchups going forward. He's got the Ravens next week, then Miami and Arizona. We saw the Ravens get carved up by Kenny Gainwell and Jalen Warren this week. I think next week is going to be great. So if you don't have the bye, I think Chase Brown's going to have a fantastic week.
This was
Kenny Gainwell was another guy.
The cakewalk looked great early in the season, and it hasn't changed. All the defenses he's projected to play have not gotten any better at defense. Chase Brown's going to eat.
He's going to eat.
Kenneth Gainwell is a guy I will be starting next week. 3 of the last 4 weeks, he's been top 12, and it's not because of his rushing ability. It is because he has been catching the ball. He has had, he's basically had 20 plus targets over the last 4 weeks. He's at 8, 6, 3, and 7. He's had only 1 touchdown in those last 4 weeks. That was a running touchdown, and he's been top 12 running back. He plays Miami next week. That is a good opportunity. And then he goes into Detroit and then Cleveland. Both those are good defenses. I don't think those are good matches for DK. And they're not good opportunities for running backs. But what they are going to be good for is for Aaron Rodgers to dump the ball off to Kenneth Gainwell. And he's going to have you 8, 6 targets, receptions, 40-plus yards, and then the touchdowns are gravy. If you need flex options, Kenneth Gainwell, I'm confident in starting him all 3 weeks, because even if those matchups against Detroit and Cleveland are not good for running backs, it's not because he's a typical running back. He is going to catch the ball, and he's becoming Aaron's number 1 guy.
Yeah. I mean, in a PPR league, he's money. Gainwell over the past really 2 months, he's had 4, 2, 7, 6, 2, 6 receptions. In PPR league, he's a great flex play.
That's where he makes his money, makes his bread.
Yeah.
Makes that bread.
Player I've been liking a lot, who seems to be on a fantastic trajectory going right into playoffs, is Jameson Williams. Slow start, really slow start. Some people dropped him. You probably traded him away.
Finally someone is talking about him besides me.
I hope you traded for him, because since Laporta went down and since their bye week, dude has been getting hyper involved. He had a bad week 12, where he just didn't get a catch. This is Jameson Williams. We know what he does. He can suddenly disappear. But other than that week, since the bye week, I mean, he's been performing like a wide receiver 1, high-end wide receiver 2. I mean, he's been wide receiver 22, 8, 4, and 12. I mean, right before playoffs. And they are fighting. The Lions are fighting to stay alive. They are very much alive in playoffs contention, and they're going to keep fighting until they hopefully make playoffs. But, I mean, he's going to be very much part of what they do, and he's been looking really good since they decided to get him more involved.
He's either going to get you like 20 points or 0.
He can get you 0. But this is the playoffs. Like, you're playing to win.
Yeah. That's such a good point. You don't care if he gets 4 or 0. The difference between that doesn't really matter. You're wanting those big weeks to keep you going in the playoffs. Yep. The last guy I wanted to bring up was Devin Neal. I think even for Dynasty, he's good going forward. Kendre Miller cannot stay healthy. And will Kamara be there next year?
He's still
Saints? Probably.
He's still under contract.
He's under contract, but Neal, he's a rookie, and he's looked really good over the past 3 weeks. Since the Kamara injury, Neal has played over 70% of the snaps. He's getting work. This past week he didn't, but he's been seeing work in the passing game, and he just looks good. And if Tyler Shuck can actually produce a competent offense with the Saints, I love Neal going forward. His matchups are Carolina, the Jets, and Titans.
Yeah.
Carolina is really good against the pass. They're okay against the run. And you're thinking that's going to be a close game. You know what I mean? So the Saints can stay in it. He can still get those rushes that he needs.
My next guy is Michael Wilson and Jacoby Brissett. I'm going to talk about the stack real quick. So this is with no Marvin Harrison. Michael Wilson's 17-game pace with no Marvin Harrison is 278 targets, 204 receptions, 2,522 receiving yards, and 11 touchdowns.
Holy cow.
That's his full season pace after 2 or 3 games.
How many weeks?
He's had 3 weeks without
Small
Marvin
sample.
Harrison.
That's an incredibly
And he's had
small sample.
33, 21, and 37. in
Michael
those
Wilson's
games.
only been there for 4 years. You're like, where's this been?
I know. That's the crazy part. He looks so good.
Mhm.
Like, it's not just because he's getting opportunity. He looks the part. So
He
it's
looks like
why
Calvin Johnson out there.
I wouldn't go that far, but
Yeah, he does.
he looks really good.
Hardly anybody has ever looked like Calvin Johnson. The dude was like 6 everything. I mean, he was like a tree out there. It didn't matter how many people you put on him because he was just so much taller than everybody else.
Is this Michael Wilson's contract year? Like, is his
probably.
contract up?
Because he wasn't a first round
Dude's about
pick.
to make some money.
He wasn't a first round pick. So if this is his 4th or 5th year, this has got to be a contract year.
This is his 3rd year. So
Okay.
he'll have one more year with the Cardinals.
One more player I wanted to mention was Harold Fannin. I don't know what happened in Njoku, but he got pretty badly injured on some touchdown catch he had. And if he's badly injured, I know he was already dealing with a knee injury going into this game. Harold Fannin looks like I don't know if y'all saw his touchdown catch, but he caught all over somebody. Looked like a beast of a man. And so if he's going to go forward as the clear guy and Shador's getting his feet under him, I like Harold Fannin for a playoff push.
I hope everybody listened to me last week and started Harold Fannin because you're welcome. Tight end 1 of the week. My start of the week. I didn't even like his stats. The stats were scary. He was only projected like 6 points. Their average was giving up 6 points. But when you see the vibe and you see
The Browns have a good vibe.
No.
when you see Money Time, Shador Sanders, and you know, oh, he's cooking. He's starting to cook.
I saw the defense do that a lot
who is he
too.
The
feeding?
defense were doing that a
They
lot.
did a lot.
Who are they feeding to? And it was Harold Fannin. Well, I love it so much. And they got Chicago this week, Pittsburgh week 17. It's so good.
He's playing 90+% of snaps.
Dalton, we always hear a lot about Haven starts of the week after they do good.
I know.
We don't hear a lot about them when they do bad, do we?
No,
Tell me which one did bad this past week.
all of
This
mine.
week, yeah, all of Dalton's.
Except Chase Brown. All of mine did bad because they got hurt. Mid-game.
Mine all did fantastic. So let's
Me and-
ride, baby.
we need to have a punishment. We need to do that going forward. Whoever has the worst starts of the week has to do some kind of punishment.
I start Josh Allen for the week.
Yeah. I start Christian McCaffrey.
Like, what would be our criteria?
It would have to be like points above expectation or below expectation. So whatever they're projected, have to be over or under that. That's what their comparison. So if your start of the week was Harold Fannin and he was projected 6 points and he got 15.
Yeah, 25.
Yeah, I'm just saying numbers.
Yeah, you're saying
you would get 8 points based off
Mhm.
of that start of the week. And if he got 0, then you could get -7.
Well, Dalton would have like probably minus 18 this past week.
Tyra Taylor, his ass threw a pick and then got hurt and had negative. I could have started literally any other quarterback on the week. Luckily, I had playoffs already locked up, so I didn't really need him to do anything. But holy
we did.
crap, how bad was that? I could have started. I could have
You could
started
start
Riley.
backup.
I could have started Riley Leonard.
You could have started
you-
Drake May.
If
And he would have a bye.
I could have started Drake May on a bye week, and he would have got me more points. Tyler Shuck,
If you would have
turns
came
out,
on
would
this
have been a better pick.
podcast, yeah, Tyler Shuck was better than Lamar this past
Shador
week. We had that whole.
Sanders, Geno Smith, Cam Ward.
Shuck wasn't better than Lamar.
Yes, he was.
What did Shuck have?
Shuck was
21.
Nah, he had 21.
21.2.
Oh yeah, he had a
And
rushing
Lamar
touchdown.
had 19.
He had a
He
rushing
had 21.06.
He had 2 rushing
so
touchdowns.
barely.
Shuck took it in twice.
I would not be confident starting. Do not use this as a week. Be like, oh yeah, I can start Shuck now.
No.
He had 2 rushing touchdowns and only 21 points.
Yeah. The fact that they got in the red zone better
Yeah.
and more consistently is even a better, feather in the cap for Devin Neal. If they're going to be in the red zone a little bit more than expected, then great. Hopefully this running back for the playoff push can actually get some red zone carries.
Yep. Let's move into some of our Week 14 takeaways. Dalton, why don't you start us off with your number one takeaway from Week 14?
Emeka Egbuka is not startable.
Yeah, we've been saying it.
Whatever your opinion is of Justin Jefferson, it's the exact same for Egbuka, which doesn't make any sense because Baker is playing, and Baker was great. I don't know if Baker's injured or dinged up or what is happening, but Baker is still throwing the same passes to Egbuka. He's just not catching any of them. What's even more wild is Egbuka has had like 7-8 weeks in a row of like at least 9+ targets and is catching like a small fraction of them. I don't know what is happening, but whatever your opinion is of Justin Jefferson right now, you can apply that to Egbuka because it's just not happening. But the difference between Jefferson and Egbuka is Jefferson's not going to have anybody that's suddenly going to take away from him that wasn't already there. Egbuka's about to have Mike Evans back and Chris Godwin were involved, and now Bucky is rolling. It's like they don't need Egbuka. It's like they used Egbuka to get through the season when they had nobody, but now that everyone's back, is Egbuka suddenly just going to get the ball over those guys? He's getting the targets, but he's not getting any of the receptions. It's almost like his role has changed.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know. The beginning of the year, we saw a similar thing. He wasn't getting as many targets, but his receptions, he was getting, week 1 through 6, it was 4, 4, 6, 4, 7, 2. So, like, it was just touchdowns. Yeah. That's what started his year off so good, is he had 5 touchdowns in the first 5 weeks, and he's had 1 since then. So you better, if you're starting him, you better hope you get a touchdown.
You're going to see him, you're like, oh, he's wide receiver 14. I can still start him.
Oh. No, I wouldn't.
I don't think you can.
What's his matchup next week?
Atlanta and then Carolina and Miami.
All bad matchups.
2 of the 3 on the road.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and move to my one of my takeaways, and it's what you said, Justin Jefferson. Even though that JJ looked better this week, you can't feel comfortable. It's crazy. You're sitting Justin Jefferson. Like, I'm going to start Devin Neal over Justin Jefferson next week.
Should have done this past week.
I should have done it this past week. It's crazy, but you got to learn what has happened throughout the year, and especially the past recent history, the past 2 months. Justin Jefferson has not been a startable asset. All the talent is there. It's just not working out with JJ.
This was the matchup.
Yeah. He was playing Washington.
Yeah.
Right?
That didn't happen. Addison had more than he did.
It's sad, man. Are you worried at all for Dynasty? Like, would you be trying to move off of him with somebody still holding his value up super high?
No, I'm not worried.
Okay. It would be hard for me to trade for him. It's hard for me to trade for him because his value is so high, and I do have some scare.
I want to trade for him because he's finally acquirable.
But can you get him? Will you give up 2 first?
Well, this is what we were talking about a while back. There were players that at one point were not touchable. He was one of those. So this is now the window of you can buy him. I don't know what's going to happen with JJ. I have no idea. JJ could suddenly not be the starter, and they could bring somebody else in, and then that person be the starter, and then now suddenly they look competent, and JJ's back, and Justin Jefferson's back to doing what he was. Point is, he's a great player who previously was not touchable. Still really young. He's going to be great, in the future. May not be next year, but 2 or 3 years down the road, he could be right back to doing what he was always doing. How many years did we see DeAndre Hopkins ball out with no matter what quarterback it was? You might need to temper your expectations of what Jefferson can be in the short term, but if he's suddenly acquirable, you can send an offer. Don't overpay, but it used to be you couldn't get him. Like, you would have to give up your car and your house and your kid and your dog and everything to get Justin Jefferson, and now you actually could give maybe a pick and a player.
I'm trying to come up with a trade. Which side would you rather have, Ladd and a mid-first round pick for Justin Jefferson?
Well, Ladd currently has 2 targets and 0 receptions.
Well, don't go off of a 1-game sample size, Haven.
That's just fun.
Well, for Dynasty.
Yeah, it was perfect timing.
This time, halfway through this game, he only has 2 receptions.
Please,
2 targets.
Please, can we bring this conversation up next year? And then we need to look back at week 14 of 2025 and be like, well, he only had 2 receptions, so I can't do it.
2 targets.
0 whatever. The fact that you're basing off 1 game is hilarious.
I still would rather have Justin Jefferson because I'm trying to think about what that 105, because this is regular redraft. Dynasty. This is not Superflex.
Not Superflex.
So your 105 is the third receiving or third
Mhm.
running back option. And
Yep.
and then Ladd, who doesn't provide top 5 upside, in my opinion,
Top
like
10
Justin
though.
Jefferson.
Yeah.
He can do top 10, but not top 5 like Justin Jefferson. And that gap of top 5 and top 10 is so different.
You're hoping to land a Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, guys that have fallen to that range before. I mean, it'd be great if you could hit on another Justin Jefferson who did fall. But I mean, ideally, you're probably, not ideally, realistically, you're probably hitting, hopefully, a Olave, a Garrett Wilson. But you could hit a Treylon Burks.
Treylon Burks. Yeah.
One more. Egbuka and a mid first.
That's a little
Justin
different
Jefferson.
because Egbuka has looked really good this season, and I don't know what happens in the offseason. You know, does
Yep.
Mike Evans finally
Yeah.
retire? Does he leave? What happens with Godwin? I know he's extended in his contract, but it's like, does he look the same? And if he doesn't, do they trade him? A lot could happen. I know Egbuka's going to be there. I know Baker's going to be there. And Egbuka has looked great. So give him a full offseason. Let everybody get healthy. I think Egbuka's going to be fine.
I think I would
first.
rather have Ibuka at a mid first.
It's
I like
tough.
Ibuka over Ladd.
That is tough.
I think I would do it. I think I would rather have it.
I think it honestly depends on the first.
How high would the first have to be?
105. I'm thinking 105.
105?
Yeah, I would imagine if it's above 105, I'm probably doing it.
Interesting.
Like if it's in the 101 to 102, 103 range, that Nick Buka, I think I would do that.
That's obvious. That's an obvious.
I think I would do that for sure.
Yeah, 'cause you're looking at Jeremiah Love, Carnell Tate, Jonah Coleman, or Jordan Tyson, and but all those are your 4 studs this year.
Yeah.
And you get one of those 4 studs and and Ibuka. That I would rather do that. Definitely if I'm.
I said 105 because I think that's the tier break, right?
Probably.
For rookie drafts. There's the top 4 players that are all really good.
Yeah. There's
and then
always
it's
a tier
like
break.
there's a tier break.
And then you leave another spot of like, say another player has like a really good landing spot and we get excited and that could happen. And so you could have like a top 5 and then there's a tier break.
All right, Haven. What's
Well,
one
I'm
of your
just looking-
takeaways?
Yeah, on Keep Trade Cut, Ibuka is only priced 500 points different. Ibuka is wide receiver 9, Justin Jefferson's the wide receiver 7.
He's the wide receiver 7 and keep trade cut?
Yep.
Who's above him?
Probably Puka, probably JSN.
Jamar.
Jamar. So that's 3.
Malik Neighbors, CD Lamb, and Amon Ra.
You could you could interchange so many of those names.
All of those.
Though.
Yeah.
They're just in a.
I mean,
pack.
they're all they're all in a tier break. Malik, CD, Amon Ra, Justin Jefferson. I would not put Drake London in this tier, but they're all in a tier. And then the next tier break is Ibuka and Rashee Rice. Which Rashee Rice, if I would be, how old is he? Because why is he? He's 25.
He's not that old.
5, I believe.
Yeah, I would. He should definitely be above like Drake London.
I think London's
I'd put him
about the
over
same age.
Ibuka.
But I wouldn't put London too much further down. I mean, London's good. I mean, if London didn't get hurt, he would still be balling out like he was doing.
He's been that guy that's been talented in a bad situation forever. Like
Yeah.
he's had spurts of really good play, but never a whole year.
Yeah, his is a quarterback problem.
Yeah.
All right, my turn.
Your turn.
And here, that's a big Saquon Barkley touchdown.
Good.
Big touchdown.
That does nothing to my matchup.
Good. So my biggest takeaway is we knew this all along, but everybody wanted to ignore it. Shedeur Sanders over Cam Ward. He's the better quarterback.
What are you talking about?
It's a little too early.
It's way too early.
It's a little
Did
too
you
early.
watch the game?
Yes.
Haven,
And he threw.
they played the
he
Titans.
threw 2 picks.
They played the
No, he
Titans.
didn't.
The
He only had
Titans
one
are
pick.
supposed.
He had 4 tutties.
The Titans are going to be the 101, Haven.
And 364 yards passing. You
They
know how
were
many
playing
yards
the Titans.
Cam Ward? Yeah, and Cam Ward only had 117 yards.
I don't care.
The Browns have one of the best defenses in the league.
Yeah.
Cam Ward hasn't looked good all season. Shedeur Sanders has had 3 weeks of
Before
practice,
this game,
and
he
he
has
looked
not
good.
looked good this season.
He's gotten better every week.
That's a bold
He has gotten
take,
better.
Haven.
If you want to project them going forward, Shedeur will be better than Cam
I watched
Ward.
I watched that game,
That
and let me
could
tell you,
be
Shedeur
true.
looked like a better quarterback. But
Why would you watch that game?
Yeah.
Browns Titans.
Just because it
For
was
this-
snowing?
for this conversation,
Oh, okay.
but
He loves Shedeur.
this is something I want to talk about with the Titans. This was a stat that was crazy to me. There's only 9 receivers that have had from round 4 two undrafted, that have had 190 routes run this season or more. 3 of them.
That feels like a very random number that you chose out of nowhere.
No.
Okay.
It's like a big. That's the divide. It's only 9. 3 of them play on the Titans. That is not good. That means their receiving core is very, very bad. The last time,
haven't 3 of them been, or 2 of them been your rookie to watch?
Only 1. I never got to talk about Xavier Restrepo.
No, you definitely talked about DK and
Io Manor
at some point.
I never talked about Io Manor.
I don't think you did.
We brought them up as fun rookies. We hyped them up.
Yeah,
I've talked about him. I've had him in a lot of leagues.
I'm Ben Shamiri, who's actually is a great punt returner. But the last time this happened, there was 3 receivers on one team. It's actually 3 just position players. Was 2013 with the 49ers with Juan Jennings, Kendrick Bourne, George Kittle, and Trent Taylor. It's been 12 years. And look at how good Kendrick Bourne came out to be. This is not the same core. Cam Ward is getting fed nothing because he has just not as talented players as all these other teams. They need a Jordan Tyson so bad. So bad.
I think it's more likely that Shadur is not the starter next year than he is.
I think he is a starter.
And Cam Ward will for sure be the starter for the Titans for the next 2 years.
I have no idea what the Browns end up doing.
They have talent. Their defense is great. Their offensive line's good. They got a good running back. They need another wide receiver and a quarterback.
They need more. Yeah,
they got
Cedric
Judy.
Tillman's been
Cedric
hurt.
Tillman's okay.
They need another option.
They need the cheapest quarterback possible because they're already paying like 6 or 7, 8 different quarterbacks.
You got it in. All right, I've got another bold one for you, and I guess I'm not going to go too far. I think I'm worried about Jonathan Taylor for our playoff run. I watched that game with the Colts with Riley Leonard. That offense looked horrible when Daniel Jones left with Achilles injury, and it's just sad, man. I was so happy for Daniel Jones and the Colts. They were the talk of the AFC for the first 2 months of the NFL season, and I think they have like a 20% chance to make the playoffs now. And they were the 1 seed a month ago.
They were riding high.
They were riding high. And Daniel Jones finally had his career season. He was going to make a lot of money. It's sad. But the Colts over the next 3 weeks play the Seahawks, the Niners, and the Jags. It's tough matchups. And specifically for this week coming up, the Seahawks haven't allowed a 100-yard rusher in 22 consecutive games, dating back to last season. Their defense is insanely good, especially against the run. Dalton, you're lucky you got a bye next week, so you don't have to play against the Seahawks. The Niners and Jags aren't as great of a defense against the run.
I wish he didn't have to play. I wish he could just rest.
Yeah, he could just
I would like him to rest for week 16 and 17.
You're not going to bench Jonathan Taylor. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying manage your expectations. Yep. Temper your expectations. He's not going to be what he's been all season, like the RB 1 or 2. I hope he gets a touchdown.
Can we talk about their quarterback situation really quick?
Yeah.
This is the time. Because what is the possibility of Phillip Rivers being their starting quarterback this week?
Want it so bad.
Apparently very bad. Well, it's bad, but it's very high that it could happen.
He's been out of football for what, 4 years?
So long. Maybe longer.
And he's supposed to just come back and after 4 years of rest, having 4 kids over 4 years.
He's been coaching high school.
Pumping out kids.
Oh my God, there's so many kids.
He has like 15 kids.
Yeah, because Riley Leonard knee injury is worse than they think. They've already bumped up their quarterback from the practice squad.
Is Riley Leonard hurt too?
Yes, Riley Leonard's hurt. He has a knee
I did
injury.
not know that.
Yes, that's why Phillip Rivers.
Bad.
Yeah.
And they hate Anthony Richardson. He's not an option.
Well, he injured himself working out. He punctured his eye socket.
Yeah.
Sure he did.
Yeah.
So Riley Leonard may not be able to play. You have your quarterback, and you know who they have activated as their emergency quarterback now as well? Tyler Warren.
Oh, run some Wildcat with Tyler Warren.
So if their practice squad quarterback that they just brought up, if he gets injured right now, because the NFL has they've activated their emergency quarterback rule, it is Tyler Warren. That is where they're at. So they're out of options. So they needed to bring Phillip Rivers on and try him out. I mean, it's bad, man.
That's so
bad.
gross.
I hope it happens. I mean, how fun would that be? To get to watch him come out of retirement. I'm saying for Phillip Rivers to come out of retirement.
If it works, yes.
I think even if it doesn't, it'd be a fun storyline. Imagine getting to watch Phillip Rivers again.
If they're awful, that's not fun. If they're
No,
awful,
I'm just saying the excitement for that game. Like, I'd be really excited to watch Phillip Rivers again.
I'd like to
But
see.
just-
I'd like to see what he can be. I don't
Yeah.
have a lot of hope.
Yeah, it's so we need to. So one thing I learned is if he comes out of retirement, his 5 years restarts for Hall of Fame to be in the potential Hall of
Yeah.
Fame. So if he comes out and plays, it automatically restarts.
Well,
Which-
he wasn't
does
gonna
he
be
really
a first.
care?
He wasn't gonna be a first ballot. You know, he's hoping
Is he a
for,
Hall of Famer?
Yes.
He's on
What
the
has
he's
he
on the
done?
border. He's on the border.
What
If-
has he done, Mason?
If Eli Manning is a Hall of Famer, which
Ma-
everyone agrees he is,
he
then
is
Phillip
not a Hall of
Rivers-
Famer.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's
I
not.
don't think he should be, but he will be.
Career win percentage below 500 should not be in the Hall of Fame.
You're talking about Eli Manning?
Yes,
He is going to be a Hall of Famer.
he should.
I agree. He will be a
Okay.
Hall of Famer. The one thing that Eli does have over Phillip Rivers is 2 Super
Super
Bowls.
Bowls.
That's the
He-
one
Phillip
thing.
Rivers-
Phillip Rivers was a better quarterback.
Yeah, Phillip
For his
Rivers.
career.
Only reason he will be in the Hall of Fame is because they're going to look at his stats. But it's just because he played quarterback for 20 years in NFL. It's the only reason he even has those stats. If he didn't play for 20
he ever
years,
top 5 in the league?
I think at one point he was top
Yes.
5. I think it was him, Big Ben, Drew,
Brady.
Peyton, and Tom
But
Brady.
for how
yeah.
long? I mean, I think it was a pretty short window.
Like,
I mean, a stretch of 5 to 7 years, he was considered a top 5 quarterback in the league.
Yeah, it
No,
was
top
6
top
or
5
7
is pretty
years.
elite, and I don't remember him being that elite. I just remember him being always healthy and putting up stats.
4,000. He threw 4,000 plus yards. That's what he did.
He's going to have the Frank Gore argument.
But this whole thing, we've just had so many Achilles injuries lately.
Yeah.
It's crazy. In the NFL and NBA, so it was a stat I read. In the NBA before COVID, so 2000 to 2019, the average Achilles injury was 1.19 players a year. Since COVID, it is 8.68 players per year.
I need to fact check you because that seems insane.
Stat.
That's
I do think there's something to. I mean, since 2020, they had the regulations and rules changed for how hard you can hit in practice, the amount of physical padded practices you had in the off season and preseason. I do think there is something to that,
Yep.
and just the conditioning because Achilles is a conditioning injury, if I'm not wrong.
I think you're
Yeah,
right.
it's.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if I thought I screenshot my. Oh, here it is. So let me read. I was a little off in my statistics, so let me read it
yeah.
properly. Achilles ruptures in the NBA reach a record high 8 in the 2024-2025 season, up from a historical average of 1.36 per year since 1990. While NFL cases have similarly spiked with 10 to 15 combined across both leagues annually since 2022 per injury databases.
So both of them have spiked a little bit.
They've got, exponentially. And one year you had 8 or 10 to 15 combined, and you were at 1.36 since 1990.
They didn't list the NFL stats per year though. They list the
Yeah.
NBA.
Which is crazy. It's just crazy. But
NBA one is crazy.
A lot more
the main
jumping
reason-
in NBA. I would imagine that's
Yeah.
more prevalent in the NBA with all the jumping and landing they
Yeah.
do.
So they said there's a couple main causes for this. One was explosive training demands exceeding tendon resilience. I don't want to talk about the COVID one because we will be all over Twitter and TikTok if we talked about that. And shoes.
How to go viral.
Yeah, shoes. So nowadays, athletes wear very padded shoes now that have those thick foams. They're, good for running and all that type of stuff. And it's made people's tendons and their Achilles a lot weaker because they don't have to support it as much because the shoes are providing that extra support. Back in the day, you didn't have that much support, so you had stronger
Mhm.
Achilles. And now with these shoes, people's tendons are weaker, and that is one of the reasons why they are having so many Achilles injuries.
That makes sense.
Haven's a foot doctor.
Dr. Haven.
And then, of course, the turf. And NFL just talked about turf, how they're making regulations. That's going to be a huge help after
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's huge, man.
I
That's
saw the
so
players
big.
got more input on that.
So another anatomy with Dr. Cox.
Dr. Cox.
I'm so glad I screenshot that. I wanted to make sure I was right.
Yeah, that's a good stat. All right, Dalton, give us another takeaway from week 14. You got another one?
I would recommend people going and picking up Luther Burden and Colston Loveland. If you have an open spot, put him on your roster. See what happens.
I did this last week.
Romo Denze just got hurt, and they're saying weeks, not days.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, Luther Burden, his snaps been going up. His targets are going up. He's getting used more. He's a rookie late in the season. He could suddenly do more. Colston Loveland's being used a lot. He's a red zone guy. I mean, when opportunity knocks, some of these highly drafted rookies, they show out when they need to.
I'm just worried about you never know when to start a Bears player.
Oh, don't start him yet.
Yeah, DJ Moore has had opportunity all year, and we've seen some spike games, and we've also seen multiple games less than 3 fantasy points.
That's also part of my reasoning, because if DJ Moore is still going to be up and down, somebody has to score points.
I think they just spread the ball out so much, and they love to run the ball.
One less mouth.
They do. But this past week was Burden's first game with over 51% snaps, like Moore. He had 71%, had 6 targets for 67 yards. As good progressive rate.
Another 6-7 stat.
Dalton, you loving it more than me. I didn't even think about it. So I picked him up last week. I think he's a good stash. I
just don't think you're going to be able to play him for the next couple weeks. Like, they have the
I
Browns
won a
this
championship starring Darren Agawolalu for the Texans.
Say it again.
I can't.
I don't even know who you were trying to say. What team?
He's saying
Texans.
He's saying Agumbawale.
Agumbawale. Dare Agumbawale.
And he butchered it.
Agumbawale.
You're still saying it wrong.
Agumbawale.
Agumbawale.
Yeah.
You sound like a toddler asking for water.
Wale, please.
I started him in our Superflex League and won a championship. He was on the waivers. Running back got injured. I had to play somebody. I played him and won. You look for those guys.
Yep.
He has a week 17 against the 49ers. If he looks good these next 2 weeks, at week 17 is all gloves are off. You're doing everything you can to win.
Yes.
And if you have a chance of a guy who has a good matchup and he has progressively done great, that could be his game. That could be his concrete game.
Everyone has these stories of when they win the championship. It's like, oh, I won it with this guy that no one's ever heard of. You don't talk about again. It's like, isn't that crazy? Everyone has one. It could be Luther Burden this year.
Right. Yeah. And we're at the point in the season where you don't have any fab left. So chances are someone else in your league has fab and you don't because they didn't spend it during the year and you're all out. So you have to kind of preemptively pick up players that you think could suddenly do something. Opportunity is knocking for some very highly drafted rookies. I'm just saying, if you have an open spot on your roster that you're not going to use, it's better to roster these types of guys to where, if, like Haven said, if they pop off next week or the week after and you suddenly have a Hail Mary start, these are the stories. This is what the legends are made of.
Yeah. Him and Doug Baldwin are my legends.
Doug Baldwin.
My next one I won't go into. I talked about it a little bit last week, and he kept it up. Nico Collins, since week 9, has been the wide receiver 2 on the year. That's not just a 2-week stat. We are 6 weeks in to this. He's had 14, 22, 24, 8, 21, 16. Matchups, not a factor. He's getting 10-plus targets a lot. He is getting over 90 receiving yards most of these games. And this is just receptions and yardage. He's only had 1 touchdown in that span, and he is the wide receiver 2. A lot of people have been nervous. You held on to him. Congratulations. I think he is one of those guys that can win you a league this year.
I sure hope so. He was one of my inspirational players on one of my teams. I named my team Nico DeGaio after him.
Nico DeGaio. Yeah, Nico's been quiet,
my
man.
Team,
I feel like not a lot of people are talking about him.
And I have like the Nico with like the slush or whatever it's called everywhere.
Yep, I like it. All right, let's wrap it up with some waivers, boys. Let's start off with the quarterbacks. Not a lot out there on the waivers.
Wait. One more person that had a very bad injury that we need to talk about.
Haven.
We were about to talk about it.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we are. The wide receivers.
Go ahead.
Let's start off with wide receivers with Haven's boy. I'll let you talk on it. Why should we talk about CD Lamb's concussion that he's going to play? But should we pick up Ryan? All right, I might butcher this, Dalton. Flanoy, okay.
I would not have said that correctly.
If you listen to the broadcast, that's how they pronounce it.
Flanoy.
I never listened to the broadcast.
Ever?
I'm I like to watch the game and TikTok and tweet. Watch the game.
I
TikTok.
mute Chris Collinsworth because I don't want to hear him glaze Patrick Mahomes when Patrick
Dude,
Mahomes isn't even playing.
Last night, it was so bad. I'm usually not that like Chris Collinsworth hater that it's like, oh, he always glazes Patrick Mahomes. Last night, it was bad.
Everything he does. Well, that was the greatest decision I've ever seen, and he just dirted the ball on third.
And Mahomes was bad last night.
Yeah. Terrible.
He was bad.
Terrible game.
But
he glazes Mahomes when they're not even playing. That's a problem.
Their head coach came out today, gave a bunch of injury reports, and said CeeDee Lamb is progressing nicely. That is very, very broad. And it is a scary, scary time as a CeeDee Lamb owner because most of y'all are probably in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
I know I am. And it is terrifying right now.
Hopefully you have a bye week.
I am with you.
Hopefully you have a bye week, right, Haven? In case he misses this next week.
You had one going into this week, right? And you won this week.
What happened?
How could you lose your bye week spot if you had it going into this week and you won this week?
That's because a guy that had his birthday got his birthday wish and scored 189 points and overtook second place.
Outscore you by 60.
Yeah.
He
No,
had to outscore you by
it wasn't
40.
that much. It was like it was 35. We're currently only separated by like 39, 40 points, I think. It's 181 to 132, dang it. What sucks, I am the third highest scoring team of the week. Third highest scoring, and I still lost my bye spot.
He stole it.
And looks like I'll be playing Mason because this guy in our league, he beat me and Dalton. He talked so much trash, and
he's so quiet. When he loses.
He beat me and Mason. He talked so much trash. All he had to do was win this week. Dalton had 6 people on bye, and Dalton started Tyrod Taylor, who had like negative points,
1,
and this dude's only scored 82 points. 82. Get your ass to the toilet bowl. Go to the toilet bowl, boy.
He likes that L, that Louisiana boy.
That fake LSU fan. All right, back to CeeDee Lamb.
I like how you turned that away from you, Haven. That was smart. We were crapping on you, and you just turned that to our boy that lost this week. I like that.
That's how you do it. You divert.
Yeah. Divert.
But there's potential of him not playing. I am starting Jake Ferguson in my flex if CeeDee is not playing. That is my plan. You need to have a plan. You need to have somebody. If there's a Kenneth Gainwell or the guy Mason's going to talk about, you need to be looking at these flex guys and find you some type of solution. And this is where your auto sub comes in handy. If you want to put CeeDee in your lineup, CeeDee plays. He plays like it's late, ain't it? He plays on. Is it Monday night?
Let's see.
Yeah, I can't.
Next week, he plays Sunday night.
Sunday at 7:20 p.m. So this is when your auto sub comes in handy.
Kind of best case scenario for him being able to get back and play. He got injured on a Thursday, so he has a full, week and a half to get back, and then plays Sunday night versus like Sunday morning. Yes. Hopefully, he's able to get back from and do all of concussion protocol with extended time. But if he doesn't, it'd be good to have a backup. Yeah. Now, for those of y'all that play in Sleeper, we play in Sleeper, and that has the auto sub. But if you don't play in Sleeper, you have no idea what we're talking about.
Yes. Auto sub, you should know what this is. Look in your league, make sure it's there. Gotta have it.
Great feature. It's
a great feature. Basically, you can put CeeDee Lamb in your lineup, and since he plays at 7:20, you can play somebody as a sub for the 3:25 slots, the 12 o'clock on Sunday, or a Thursday guy. And if CeeDee does not play, that person gets subbed in. It is a good feature. Look to see if your league has it. Utilize it. I am this week.
Let's hit on it, boys. These wide receivers, a lot of them on the waiver wire, have good matchups. Which one of these guys would you be willing to pick up and play in your playoff matchup? We've got Christian Watson. He might not be on the waivers. He's owned in 69% of the leagues. Yeah. On Sleeper, he's had back-to-back great games.
If he's out there, get him.
Yeah, I'd feel comfortable starting him. There's Jalen Reed. He came back, played 50% of the snaps, looked good.
Yeah, for what he was involved with, he looked good. And so I would imagine they're going to ramp him up and play more. It's just having that confidence to say he'll play 100% and be used. I don't know yet.
Yeah. There's Ryan Flanoy. We talked about him. He's owned or not owned in any league, essentially 2%. And then also I threw a little sleeper out there, a guy that I like and I've played a couple times this week, Darius Slayton. He's only owned in 28% of leagues, and he plays Washington this week. Insanely good matchup.
I love Wan'Dale Robinson still.
Yep. Wan'Dale's got to be owned, though.
I mean, Wan'Dale's like a top 15 receiver, I think.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Mhm.
It surprises me every time I look at it.
Yep.
It makes me
But-
cry because I had Malik Neighbors
Yeah. Your team, and you had Malik Neighbors?
and Tucker Craft.
Oh.
Just ridiculous.
Your draft, Dalton.
I
It's
know.
absurd. Out of those
And the
guys,
trades.
Christian Watson, I'd feel most comfortable with starting. He's looked so good the past 2 weeks.
He finds
after that-
paint.
Yep. After that, it's
And it
probably
did
Darius
fine.
Slayton. I love that matchup for Washington.
It was supposed to work last week for Jefferson.
Yeah. Maybe if Justin Jefferson can't do it, maybe I shouldn't be so confident in Darius Slayton.
Hey, what are the odds you play Darius Slayton against me over Justin Jefferson?
I would do that. I'd 100% do that.
Oh, wow.
I would. I'm
Oh,
benching
wow.
Justin Jefferson I'm benching him. I've made that decision. I am benching him. I will
So for
find
all our
somebody else.
listeners, it's more, I think if everything holds, it's me versus Mason first round of playoffs.
Yep.
So excited.
My options right now are Slayton off the waiver wire, Devin Neal, and Terry McLaurin.
Devin Neal is the right start.
Devin, that's who I'm going to start.
That's the right start.
Yeah, he's a good start. Anything else on wide receivers? Anything I missed?
That's all of them.
I think you could. We talked about Luther Burden already.
Mhm.
If he's on waivers, go get him.
Yeah. Wouldn't start him, but
Definitely hold
just
him.
hold
If you got a
and
spot.
wait.
Hold him.
Hold.
On Devin Neal, he still is only owned in 64% of leagues.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Like some of these numbers, I feel like have to be made up, right? Or they're like 4-player teams.
They're straight off
'Cause
sleeper.
how? It's just
Yeah.
like, how is that possible?
People, the casuals that don't, aren't as into it as we are, they're not paying attention to the Devin Neals of the world. They're still starting Tony Pollard, which this
Yeah.
past week was great for you. But how's the season been? You're not even
Yeah.
in playoff because you've been starting Tony Pollard and you haven't checked your team in 5 weeks. That's why Devin Neal isn't owned enough.
Which, as we go to running backs, Tony Pollard, adding him on waivers, he's only owned in 62% of leagues.
I would add him and not play him. If he does it in back-to-back weeks, then I'd feel more comfortable. I think he needs to be on a team. He's the starting running back for a team.
He hasn't been on a team. He's been on waivers in every league I'm in.
I had Tony Pollard and I dropped him.
He might be a landmine.
And
He could be a landmine. That's why I'm not starting him. If I can see it in back-to-back weeks, I'm more comfortable rolling him out there. What's his matchups over the next 2 weeks?
it is San Francisco next week, Kansas City, then New Orleans.
Okay, never mind.
Those are two green, one red.
Kansas
Are
City.
they really?
Kansas City is not, but the rest are not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kansas City's not a good matchup.
But it doesn't matter.
So that's why I'm-
He's had a whole year of work and it's looked terrible.
Let's talk about the Dolphins running back situation because this is intriguing to me. Ollie Gordon, beginning of the year, was the backup. When A-Chain went out in this game, it was all Jalen Wright, and he looked really good. If
Yeah,
you
he
are
did.
the A-Chain manager, and he's been good all year, so you probably are in the playoffs if you have him. If you don't have a bye and you need somebody to pick up to play, plug and play at running back, which one of these guys would you be willing to start?
Jalen Wright, I mean, he had 16 opportunities?
Yeah.
On the dot? Look at me go.
Okay, no,
And-
wrong. He had 24 opportunities.
Gosh. I mean, when you have that much work,
Granted, the Dolphins were destroying the Jets.
Yeah. 24 rush attempts for 107 yards and a touchdown. You have Pittsburgh, then Cincinnati, then Tampa Bay. Well, you got to own him. You got to own him.
Ollie had 25% of snaps, 5 carries, and a touchdown, and that's it.
Yeah. Ollie is more of a goal line back. And That's
Yeah.
probably, if you look at those 5 carries, they're probably all in the goal line.
Yeah.
It seems like he
Jalen's been
has his
hurt
role.
this year.
He has a role,
Yeah.
and then Wright can more plug into what H.N. does. But the fact that he had 24 carries is crazy.
The Dolphins were destroying the Jets.
Yeah.
They were
But
just running
Wright-
the clock out.
I mean, he was. When did he come? Yeah, because he was injured
Yep.
for a lot of the season, and that's why Ollie got so much opportunity. Now that Jalen Wright's back, we obviously saw he is the number 2 guy.
The news we're getting on H.N. is going back and forth because right after the game, they said that he avoided a broken rib and that he could have gone back in the game. And then they started saying that his practice might be in doubt this week. And then they said
Yeah.
Monday, oh, he's feeling better. And then now they're saying he could require rest. And so it's like What in the hell is going on right now?
Yeah.
Another handcuff you need to have is Blake Corum.
Yeah. Yes. He's the next guy.
Dude had 10 yards per carry.
Dude, it looks so good. We're finally seeing it. It's taken a couple years.
He's looked good.
12 carries for 128 yards. 2 touchdowns.
I will say most of those carries came from 2 plays. I watched this game.
Yeah.
It mainly came from 2 plays, and then they sat Kyron and they let Blake run, and that's when he kept going, and then they benched them all with 12 or 13 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
I mean, this was Blake Corum's usual role, though. I know they were saying that they wanted to rest Kyron. He's still at 31%. He's still at his max carry on the year, which is 12, 13. Oh, in other weeks, he has less than that. I mean, this is exactly his role on the team. Nothing changed. He just ripped off a couple of really big plays. I don't think you can confidently start him, and then they play Detroit, and then they play Seattle, and then they play Atlanta.
Start him, but handcuff.
Very good handcuff.
Got to get your handcuff.
Very good handcuff.
If you have Kyron Williams, you need to pick this guy up, because if your Kyron goes down in the playoffs, this would be a great plug and play.
My Sheila.
Your Kyron. All right. Quarterbacks and tight ends. We've already talked about Phillip Rivers. You don't pick him up. Don't be confused. Don't pick him up. You don't want to own him. Disregard the hype. It could be fun. Don't worry about it.
Just watch it. Don't be a part of it. Just watch it.
Quarterback waivers are just disgusting.
Don't partake in the illegal activity. Just watch.
Yeah, the other options are Tyler Shuck and JJ. Can you imagine starting one of these guys to win your playoff matchup?
I should have over Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah, you should have.
And Mason should have over Lamar.
The difference was about 0.4.
Was it that close? I thought it was further away than that.
No.
I think Mason's just happy that Lamar did something.
Yeah. Next week's going to be back to 4 points. Because Lamar looked bad in this game. Like, he didn't look good.
No, he had that rushing touchdown.
Tight ends. We've already talked about Harold Fannin. Zach Ertz got hurt. It's a bad injury. We've talked about 2 episodes ago, Ben Sinnott. Is it Ben Sinnott time?
No.
I wish it was. But there's other tight ends. There's other tight ends on that team that get more work than he does. It's almost like they view him as a blocking tight end, which is sad because they drafted him in the 2nd round.
He's an athletic tight end.
I know.
Get him some work.
He's like a Trey McBride all over again. They're just not using him that way.
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels, did he come back into the game? Because he got injured. He injured
again. Why are they playing him?
I don't think he did come back into the game. I thought Mariota finished the game.
Yeah, Mariota. Looks like Mariota finished the game.
Bench him. Bench Jaden Daniels for the rest of the year.
You're saying the
Commanders.
The Commanders.
I'm saying the Commanders. Stop playing him.
Yeah.
They keep bringing him back in just to get hurt again.
I know. They need to quit it. In Dynasty, I have a sliver of hope that Ben Sinnott might become something in the offseason, but he has done nothing.
Nothing.
Ben Sinnott should be on the waivers in Dynasty.
He's still on Mason's team.
But yeah. I'm riding dirty. I'm going to ride it out until he retires.
That's me with Najee Harris. I picked Najee Harris up with the first pick, and I will have him until he retires.
Oh, God. At least Ben Sinnott can run and walk.
I was going to say the opposite. I was like, at least Najee did something in the NFL for a couple of years.
Yeah, I mean, Najee 0.7.
In Dynasty going forward.
Hey, as a first pick in the draft, he finished as the PPR running back 3, and I was like, I hit a home run, and then it just did this. 3, 14, 23, 20, and then he got injured. He was solid for me for 4 years, but he will now retire on my team. I will never...
Yeah, I mean, you can't get any value for him, so just hold him.
Until he retires. And I drafted him with the first pick.
You are holding the bag.
I drafted him over to Jamar Chase. Because I didn't need a receiver at the time. I was like, I'm good. Now I need a receiver. Drafted Najee. It looked great.
You would love to have Chase.
Yeah. It looked great at the time. You're like, man.
That's why you always take receivers over running backs. If they're the same value in a rookie draft, take the wide receiver because they're going to last an extra 5 years.
But even Najee looked so good that first year. I'm like, I did really great on this, and then it just didn't pay off.
Yep. All right, boys. Good show today.
Yeah.
Good show. We'll be back on Friday to talk about the round 1 of playoffs. Give you some insight of who we're liking for the week.
Best of luck to all y'all out there.
Yes, good luck. Hit your waivers. Like and subscribe. Follow us on TikTok and Twitter at FFB Addicts.
Thanks, guys.